Beleza, pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. Dê uma olhada no santuário. A mais um vídeo de Tales of Zestiria. Lembrando que a versão de PlayStation 4, mas também tem para PlayStation 3 e PC. Dê uma olhada no santuário. Agora eu tenho que lembrar Diocese do Castelo. Quarteirão Leste. Acho que é pra cá. Santuário tem alguma coisa a ver com Diocese, né? Vamos lá. Vamos jogar mais esse clássico, né? É um clássico. Foi lançado lá no Play 3 e portado, né, para Play 4 e PC. Acho que não chega a ser um clássico, mas é um jogo santuário. Torre dos Cavaleiros. Tô perdido? Tô perdido. Não sei para onde que eu tô indo? Não sei. O jogo, infelizmente, ele não dá um... Não tem como mudar de mapa. Se tivesse como mudar de mapa, ali quando puxa o mapa, né? Mas não, é só no mapa que você está atualmente. Aí fica... Eu só posso ver o mapa que eu... Torre dos Cavaleiros. Eu acho que não tem nada a ver com aqui não, né? Aqui é só... Essa parte... Acaba perdendo tempo, né? Ah, é que é um RPG, é pra ficar... conversando com os NPCs, pra ficar... ter imersão e etc. E dali coisa e dali. Eu até admiro quem joga assim. Mas eu gosto já de fazer o negócio acontecer. Eu voltei pro mesmo caminho que eu tava. Cara, andei e tô no mesmo caminho. Eu vou ter que copiar aqui no. Já volto. Ok, pessoal. O Detonado ele não explica, né? Ele só vai lá. Então, só que aí eu pausei na parte que tem o mapa que mostra onde que tá ele. Não é aqui. Aqui eu tô dando a volta. Eu não tô entendendo como que chega lá no. Ah, meu Deus do céu. Eu adoro fazer isso. Ficar perdido em jogo. Eu tô sentindo que eu tô dando a volta. Isso que eu. Ah, aqui. Ah, é ali, ó. É aqui, ó. Então você vai chegar aqui na Diocese do Castelo e vai ali, ó, pra lá. Caramba. Não, em vez de se escrevesse o nome aqui, ó. Não, aí deixa aquele monte de interrogação. O jogador fica perdido. Ah, que tem imersão, que tem que não sei o quê. Cara, eu quero sentar aqui e jogar. Não tem nada aqui escondido. Quero sentar e jogar, não quero. Ah, eu converso com os NPCs, você vai descobrir. Não.
Well, that was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
Sure looks like a small crowd.
Ok.
Can you tell me the names of the seraphim who hold the utmost power, known as the Five Lords?
Museth! Oh, and Eumacia!
Hyanawa and Almanac!
Correct. Now, can you tell me the name of the last one? The seraph who's worshipped here at the Shrine Church?
Motelis!
That's right. Mao Tellus is the seraph who has given the entire Glenwood continent his blessing.
The seraph worshipped at the shrine church is Mautellus?
The Five Lords, huh? Big movers and shakers.
I bet Mautellus would know something about how to stand against the Lord of Calamity. He's got to.
Is he really all that?
Well, he's the leader of the Five Lords after all.
You must be Soray. Welcome to the Roland's Church headquarters. I heard you were to visit. Please, come on in.
Ok. Não tem como andar aqui entre as
It's more
crianças.
magnificent than I'd even imagined.
The architecture definitely dates it to the height of the era of Asgard.
Glad to see you're impressed, but don't let your guard down.
Eu não quero interromper aqui os diálogos entre os personagens.
This inscription concerns the trial of the shepherd, and the spiritual powers he obtains upon clearing it.
Could the spiritual powers...
Be real?
Buzz, 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 buzz. Be real, real bees. Oh, bees everywhere.
Just possibly. It's like the lettering's meant to tell us something.
But it's all gibberish. It must be some kind of code.
Well, it does involve sensitive info. Maybe there's a hint to crack the code somewhere.
Hey, what does the big rock thing say?
I'm afraid I'm not really sure. The inscription is written in some sort of cipher, and the key to interpreting it is handed down only from pope to pope.
So, I guess we'll have to get the Pope to read it then, huh?
Soray!
Something's wrong. Let's get out of here.
I don't feel so good. What is going on?
It's a Hellions domain, just like when we fought Heldalf.
Ok, pessoal, eu queria salvar. Eu fui pro lado do save, vocês viram que eu fui cortado pela cutscene, né? Vamos ver se tem um save aqui, né? Ixi.
They're alive, but...
It's like they've been turned to stone.
Vamos ver o que vai dar, né?
Going home already, Shepherd?
Huh?
I am Cardinal Fortin of the Church of Roland's.
This domain, is it yours?
Ah, so you can still move. Why don't you lend me your powers? For the sake of the people, of course.
They asked me the same thing in Highland.
I hardly think myself the equal of a Philistine like Bartlow.
Sounds like something a Philistine would say.
Charming, but sticks and stones and so on, young lady.
Ooh, she's good.
I have but one wish. To see my empire overcome this tumultuous era of chaos. A task only possible if the people are united. But Roland's is far too expansive to unify the people through mere patriotism alone. Shepherd, do you know exactly what it is that the state has used for eons to keep an entire country in line?
Is it... faith?
Yes, faith. It is the belief in their own salvation that inspires in people the greatest sense of unity, when they band together against outsiders who share different values. Meaning that my church itself should serve as the cornerstone for all of Roland's.
Maybe in your mind.
It is but the vision of one who would guide the people. With the name and power of the Shepherd, more people than ever can be brought to salvation.
Then you should cooperate with the Knights. Wouldn't that really be what's best for everyone?
I would welcome their efforts if they would simply bend to my will and do as I command. Even if they are a pack of loutish meatheads who can't figure out that their Pope abandoned them.
Wait a minute, the Pope just ran away? You didn't have him locked up?
I am not a street thug, child. The Pope, Macedra, I should say, left of his own accord. abandoning his duty to both the Empire and his followers. What, pray tell, would you call such a man?
Pretty irresponsible, if what you're saying is true.
Irresponsible is one word, and still there are so many fools out there who trust in such a coward. The Knights, for example. In order to bring the people together, we must find Macedra and give him his due punishment.
Punishment?
Yes, the same punishment that befell those uncivil enough to mistrust me.
Then we have a problem. We need the Pope to tell us the meaning of the inscription.
Why? Cooperate with me and it won't be necessary.
I need to know. No matter what.
Ah, I see. That's very unfortunate. So then you mean to say...
What the?
My body! That you reject my vision!
Saray! Let's go!
We're leaving.
What? They broke through my domain and connected with the Seraphim, if only just for a moment. Oh, will I relish this.
Manto espectral. Aperte o D-pad para a esquerda para usar o manto espectral para andar por aí invisível. Você pode passar escondido da visão daqueles que detectam seu movimento e sem ser percebido pelos seus olhos. Ao tocar um inimigo fraco contra a água, você começa uma batalha com uma vantagem.
We disappeared? What the hell was that?
It's called the Spectral Cloak.
You've been practicing in secret, haven't you? That was sweet.
We'll talk later. We've got to flee to the Knight's Tower.
Ah, essa bola em volta aí? Entendi. E não pode andar muito rápido também, né? Não pode andar muito rápido, não pode correr. Deixa eu ver, eu tenho que ir na estrelinha. Eu não sei se eu precisaria me esconder de alguém aqui. Eu não tô vendo ninguém na rua. Chovendo. Talvez aquele guardinha ali, né? Acho que é isso.
Gotta dash. You go on ahead.
Okay.
The Pope fled of his own volition?
I'm sorry I couldn't get more details. We were sort of running for our lives.
No, that is more than enough. I'm just relieved that you weren't captured.
Thanks for saving us back there.
It's the least I could do.
Seraph Mikleo, my humble admiration for your bravery.
It's nothing, really.
It is nothing. All you did was blind her temporarily.
We have to do something about her domain.
Those powers might help. Let's get the Pope to decipher that inscription.
That'll be tough if we don't know where he is. The Knights have been hunting him for a year now with no success.
Yeah, but they were assuming the whole time that the Cardinal was behind the disappearance. Guess what? I think I know where Popadope might be.
You do?
The village of Gadadin, on the southern part of the continent. We won't know for sure until we check it out, of course.
How did you get that information?
Well, let's just call it an industry secret. You know how it is.
Of course. I should have expected no less from the wife of the shepherd. Let us send a search team to Gadadin.
Hold on a minute. The Cardinal already expects that our side will be searching for the Pope.
A highly visible squadron of knights would essentially be a bright pink arrow pointed straight at him.
However,
We can operate covertly in small numbers. Let us handle Gadadin.
But that's far too much to ask.
Chill, Captain, we got this. What is it they say? Pope springs eternal?
Abandon Pope! All ye who, don't go to Gododin.
Okay, settle down.
My thanks, gentle shepherd.
Actually, as for what you can do in return, do you suppose we could get a pass to Roland's? I might be mistaken for an ally of the Highland Army otherwise.
I have seen for myself the quality of your character. I shall prepare it immediately.
Thank you. That's a load off my mind.
There is something I would like to impart to you as well. Would you please step outside for a moment?
Ok, pessoal, vamos lá.
Do you remember the art I used when we fought against one another? That is the Lion's Howl, an art passed down through our band of knights. I and my younger brother Boris are the only ones alive who know it. But now I pass it to you as well. Wilt thou accept?
Yes.
Defina o uivo do leão do uivo do leão no menu Ars, então lance-o. Vamos lá então. Vou colocar aqui embaixo. Vou colocar aqui em cima. Esse vendaval, vou colocar o uivo aqui. Esse vendaval. Vou colocar esse choque de sombra aqui embaixo. Pera aí. É X, apertar X já vai lançar.
Lion's Howl!
Ó, louco.
Well, you're a fast learner. I must apologize that this feeble art is all an oaf like me may offer you.
Don't say that. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Captain Sergei.
You and I stand as equals. You may call me Sergei.
Then you may call me Saray.
Saray, I am loath to believe the Pope just abandoned his post on us. But I also sense that there may be another side to this unfortunate story.
I understand. We'll find the Pope and come back with the truth.
Godspeed.
Rose, was it the scattered bones who found the information on the Pope?
Maybe. Seeing where the church's money was going gave us a little hint.
That's what I thought. You guys sure don't operate in the same way that the Knights do.
Course not. An Assassin's Guild can't function without proper intel.
Assassins. Right.
Here is your pass, Saray.
Thank you. Our travel should be much easier now.
I wish it were so. But we've received word that Byroclef Ridge, which leads to Gododin, has been blocked by rock slides.
We could have been on the ridge right now.
If only we'd been a little bolder.
Rose! My punchline!
What's the plan?
You'll have to go through Cambria Caverns, south of the Meadow of Triumph.
An underground passage, huh? No problem.
That's your thing, isn't it?
You bet it is.
Eu acho legal essa parte de aprender golpes, tipo, dentro da história, né? Você deve controlar o cardeal como for possível, para que você fique a salvo. Acho interessante. Dá uma imersão maior, né? Não é só simplesmente uma... Atravesse as cavernas pelo Prado Triunfo. Não é simplesmente aparecer lá no menu um golpe, uma habilidade diferente. Não, tem uma parte da história que vai te explicar por que o cara tá ensinando aquele golpe e tal, né? Como agora esse Uivo do leão aí. É muito mais interessante, né? Quando tem Ah, não. Tem uma estrelinha aqui. Então vamos pra cá.
A Hellion! Is it one of the Cardinal's guards?
Saray, we have to trick the guard into thinking we're not here somehow.
Ok, vamos sair disfarçados. Eu acho que é por aqui que tem que ir.
We made it!
Atravessar as cavernas pelo Prado Triunfo. Tá voltando aqui pra cá. Pra cá não tem... Nem conheço esses outros... Tá.
Think we lost the Cardinal with that?
I sure hope so.
Ugh, I ate too much today. My stomach's all achy.
Oh my, you shouldn't stuff yourself like that, Rose.
By the way, I was curious. Can Seraphim get upset stomachs or gain weight?
To say it in a fairy tale sort of way, your thoughts become reality.
What's that supposed to mean?
We won't gain weight from consuming calories, but we will from thinking, I'll gain weight if I eat this much.
Whoa! So does that mean you'll be okay as long as you don't think like that?
No. Denying the reality of things leads to malevolence. A seraph must not be detached from reality. So at the end of it all, you could say we're the same as humans.
This is so confusing.
Ok, pessoal, vou salvar aqui no novo slot. E vamos dar continuidade. Peguei mais um poder, né? Agora fora de batalha. Tá interessante a história. Tá legal. Dá aqui uma criticada, né, no catolicismo básico, né? Os japoneses adoram usar o catolicismo como plano de fundo para suas histórias. Ó, tá quase pegando aqui o nosso personagem. Ele não desiste não. Sumiu. Tá da Miguel aqui. Não vou ficar pegando essas batalhas não. Porque dá pouca XP.
It's around here, right? The caverns or whatever, I mean.
Cambria Caverns. He said they were south of the Meadow of Triumph.
Ok, já deu a dica ali. Sul. Será que é pra cá? É, sul tem que ser pra cá, né? Ou esse símbolo aqui ou esse aqui. Vamos lá então. Em questão de escala, sim, ele é maior do que os outros jogos que eu joguei do Tales of, né? Se bem que dentre os jogos que eu já joguei, enquanto eu tô gravando esse aqui, é o mais recente, né? Dos Tales of que eu já joguei. Então, seria mais que obrigação ele ter uma escala maior, né? Sendo que ele usa já uma tecnologia e etc, né? Então, save point aqui. Um monolito ali atrás. Cara, eu não vou mexer com isso não. Vou lá. Será que aqueles guardinhas vão encher o saco nosso ou não? Deixa eu ver. Eu vou tentar aqui, ó, primeiro. Vamos ver se vai encher nosso saco, não. De boas. Vamos ver se é nessa entradinha. Cavernas de Cambria, é aqui mesmo.
Do you really think we can get through this way?
Don't worry.
You sound pretty confident. Is it just a hunch?
No. I can feel the wind.
There's nothing in the universe cooler than a secret passageway.
Especially one underground.
Totally! A maze of twisty little passages with exits galore to who knows where!
Like the back of a waterfall, or the bottom of an old abandoned well.
Yes! Nickleo gets it!
Glad someone gets it because I don't.
I don't want to get it. Boys just love things like this.
In this case, I don't know about boys so much as...
Children, right?
Pessoal, o vídeo já deu um tamanho bom e aí eu vou deixar para o próximo vídeo para nós atravessarmos as cavernas de Câmbria e irmos atrás do Papa, né, para saber a verdade. Mas isso vai ficar para os próximos vídeos, pessoal. Vejo vocês lá, falou e fui!